3, 2, 1. Climate change matters to me. Like many people here, I care deeply about the future of our planet. But when I examined the motion before this house today, one question became unavoidable. That is, if this global efforts or global campaigns were truly effective, would the results look the way they do today? And that is what the reason, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you all to speak in the favor of the motion that is, global campaign against climate change is a lost cause. Let me be clear about my position. When I refer to global campaign, I mean the international framework of summits, targets, pledges and declarations which claim to address this crisis. And when I call it as a lost cause, I don't mean climate change is unsolvable. I mean that this approach is not fine or this is not giving good results. Because results are not measured by promises, they are measured by outcomes. And the current outcomes are alarming. Despite decades of negotiation, the global carbon emission is at the highest level. Over 60% higher than these discussions even began in the early 1990s. Is this progress? Progress for whom? Now, I will tell you a reality which is rarely addressed. The world's richest 10% contribute to the 50% of the global emission, while the world's 50% of the poorest population contribute to less than 10% of the emission. But still, the blame or the burden of the change has been fallen on the shoulders of the developing nations and ordinary citizens. We are asked to change, we are asked to adjust, we are asked to reduce, while the largest polluters continue their business as usual. Around 10 fossil fuel corporations contribute to 70% of global emission and global temperature rise. Yet, the global campaign mainly focuses on individual behavior rather than confronting these systems. Why? Because regulating people is easier than confronting power. Every single year, climate summits take place, where commitments have been taken but with no consequences. Targets are missed, the deadlines have been delayed, and accountability is ignored. This is not action, this is performance. Now, if we solve or if we follow all the national promises, I mean, it's unlikely to happen, but still, the global temperature will rise from the safer level. And also, we have got something as the net zero target. Sounds inspiring, right? But these targets are set decades after. So basically, allowing us to do emission now, and the responsibility falls on the shoulders of the future generation. So, hope which is used to delay actions is dangerous, and the consequences are unequal. Those who contribute the least in the emission, that is the small scale farmers or the small island nations and the coastal communities suffer a lot. Now, their future has been decided in the houses or in the parliaments where they are not even present, and by the system they did not even design it. Yes, I do agree, science matters, local action matters, and grassroots level development matters. But global campaign has mastered the art of awareness but not real enforcement. So a system without consequences is not a solution, and a campaign without accountability does not succeed. So I like to leave with this, that a system, if this approach was truly working, would the emissions still be rising? So I end by saying that until symbolism has been replaced by accountability and promises have been replaced by commitment, this system remains ineffective. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen,